Welcome into another edition of Coffee with Coach Costanzo. I'm Bryan Montgomery, and as always, I'm joined today by the head coach of the Allegheny women's basketball program, Kate Costanzo. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Bryan.
Now, let's start first with the game on Friday against the #1 team in the nation, Depaul. Obviously, the old adage is to beat the best, you got to play the best, and in this case, definitely playing a Depaul team that, by no stretch of the imagination, is not deserving of the #1 spot. Kind of take us through that game, what the Gators learned from that, and how they were able to use that moving forward.
I thought we played really hard against them. Like I said last week, you need to rebound very well against them. You need to take care of the ball. We took much better care of the ball than normal, but we weren't being as aggressive as we needed to be on offense. And we had some shooting troubles early, and that kind of set the tone. We couldn't really get the offense going. And when you're going up against one of the best teams in the country, you kind of need to be clicking on all cylinders, and we definitely weren't doing that.
And then on Saturday, senior forward Daryl Ford recorded her 1,000th point against Wittenberg. The third Gator in 3 years, the third under your tenure to achieve this goal. Kind of take us through that moment from your perspective as coach, especially since last week you mentioned, this is the first class that you brought in to kind of see one of those players achieve such a great accomplishment.
Absolutely. I mean, the third 1,000-point score in 3 years it's a pretty cool thing for the program. Daryl has come a long way in her 4 years here, and if you would have asked when that class was freshmen who was going to score 1,000 points, I wouldn't have guessed her. She really exploded onto the scene her sophomore year, and she hasn't looked back since. And she's just been such a strong presence for us, scoring and then rebounding. She also has over 500 career rebounds, so she's just done a great job in the paint for us the past few seasons. It's exciting. It's exciting to be a part of that. It's exciting to have her teammates, be a part of it. And she obviously couldn't do it alone. So, she's got a lot of teammates to thank for that as well. And it was a very exciting moment. We would have liked to get the win, but it's exciting to see players reach those milestones. And
then switching focus to this week, the week starts off with a Wednesday matchup against Hiram. The game that you played at their place, first half was a little sketchy, but then the team kind of brought it together in the second half. First 28 total turnovers, and ended up just walking away with a victory, a really big NCAC win. Kind of how does the team repeat that performance and grab another big win at the David V. Wise Center?
Yeah, we were in a defensive showdown out there, 15-18 at the half. No, we learned a lot from that game. This time we're going to try to jump out a little earlier and kind of get our offense generated sooner with better defense. And I think that was our big problem out there. We were kind of playing back a little bit on defense, and we weren't forcing the turnovers that can kind of get you those confident, easy points. So, the team will be excited. Wednesday night's also our faculty appreciation night, so we're excited to welcome a bunch of faculty into the stands for the game, and just kind of have an event like that to recognize the faculty. So it should be a good game. It's nice to have another home game this week before we head out to Denison this weekend.
And then looking at that matchup against Denison, probably one of the biggest games impact-wise in the standings for the Gators this season. Kind of what's the game plan? You've already seen this Denison team once here at the David V. Wise Center. Definitely a challenging game for the Gators. Kind of how do you turn that around and end up picking up a win on the road?
I think we gained some confidence against them here. They have a bunch of senior guards who are very experienced and very strong guards. So we need to do a good job of defending them and contesting their shots. But then they also have a pretty good post presence too. So, we just need to play all around good, and it's difficult to win on the road in our conference, but we need to refocus this week, and we need to set our goals for just that, a 2-0 week, and we'll be right back where we need to be.
All right, well, Coach, thank you again for joining us, and best of luck to you this week.
Thank you so much.
And Gator fans, be sure to tune in to Gators TV on Wednesday, February 6th, as the Gators will take on Hiram at 6 p.m. As Coach mentioned, this is Faculty Appreciation Night, so definitely a great crowd expected to be on hand to watch the Gators hopefully pick up another big North Coast Athletic Conference win. And as always, make sure you keep it locked in at AlleghenyGators.com for all of your up-to-date Gators info.